Here we are. We're all live, I think.
It was.
Some of us are more alive than others, mind you.
I'm reminded of that, something about the expression about, I cursed about the shoes I had on until I met a guy who had no feet.
Yeah.
There is some expression like that. Have you heard it?
Something. Yeah. No, the only one I've heard is about not judging until you've walked a mile in somebody's shoes. That's the only one I know.
No, this is cursing your shoes until you met a guy who had no feet. Something like that.
Well, that would do it.
Yeah. I feel like that, cursing like I had nothing to do until I feel your hands.
I know.
I don't want any part of that. No way.
That's the first time I felt my hands today as well.
Have you seen Judy's hands?
Yes, they go very
blue.
Yeah.
And they don't work well.
She has Raynaud's.
Huh?
She has Raynaud's.
Is that what it is?
Nick has Raynaud's as well. You get it in your feet and your hands. It's a horrible thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
Speaking of Nick.
Yes.
Maybe he could fix my phone.
Oh, what's wrong with the phone?
I can't use it. Apparently, that Alexa. We have to know who hooked that up and disconnect it so I can get it hooked up. And you have to have Alexa on your phone to be able to dictate.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a Nick problem. That's not a me problem.
No,
that much I know.
It's a Nick problem.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, I'm going to return the damn phone because I can't dictate to it.
Right. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's a problem.
The advertisement said you can, and apparently you can, but you got to go through Amazon.
Is it an Amazon-based phone?
Apparently.
Oh.
It's a Jitterbug. It's a Jitterbug 2.
Ooh.
And the advertisement said you can dictate to it.
Right.
You cannot do it without it being a smart 2. This is not a smart 2. This is a 2.
Okay.
You know?
It's getting more and more complex as we go on.
After I've typed in all my phone numbers.
I know.
I spent a whole day typing phone numbers in. So we're live, are we?
We are. We're living all day.
Okay, I'm awake. Sort of.
I feel like going for a wee sleepy. That's a Leahy. I don't know if it's a bill or they're telling you what you're up to.
Well, I better put eyes on.
Oh, you don't got eyes on. That would do.
I also saw on Memsick, we may have $6,400 sitting out there that I've never totally closed the
line down.
Closed that line down.
When was that from?
It's a month that I know. I closed it all. But I didn't go through the official. You have to go through the official requesting of a check, and it looks like I may not have done that.
Yeah, remember we were missing a check.
Well,
there it is. Oh, thank goodness for that.
There it is. The $6,400.
Yeah, I'm so glad you started your accounting, so we all know what we're missing now.
Well, you know, sometimes you do things that aren't right.
Well, rather you than me, because I wouldn't have a Scooby what to do.
It's my warfarin dosage.
Oh, here we go.
Which is low, which is 1.5.
Oh.
Which is low.
Yeah.
Here, take the.
I get rid of that bit. So what? So did you
Look at this, I can't open the. There we go. They do a hell of a job.
I know, they're so precise.
My Lord. Your target range is between 2 and 3. 2.5 is the target. Your tablet strength is the 2.5, and the color is green. They're very specific about that.
Any shape, but it must be green.
Must be green. Weekly dosage was changed. Continue taking this new dosage to your next whatever. 1.5 tablets a day. I think that's what I've got.
And
2.5
then,
milligrams.
are you going to be having that tested tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because it's that test for tomorrow, and then they phone you and let you know what you have to do for the next few days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very complex.
It is. They are very, it's a whole group of people, and they're behind a door, and they do not take walk-ins.
Ooh.
No, they don't. You can't even ask a question. And I sat there with my dog.
And they didn't even come out to see the dog?
No. So that's how precise they are. They really, but they're very good. They've called me, you know, they've done all sorts.
I'm going to keep this just in case we need it.
Well, let me check it while I'm sitting here. You people out there can see what I have for a pill case. What is today? Let's start.
All right, here we go. Thursday.
It's Thursday. So here's the Thursday bunch of pills.
I don't like these pop quizzes. Is that this afternoon?
This was green. You're
green.
Green. You see green, there's a half, and there's one. So I'm on schedule, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
I'll put it back in the little hole.
Yeah.
It didn't get it in there. I didn't get it in there. Did it go in there? There it went in there. There we go.
It's a handy dandy letter opener.
It is.
Right.
And I don't have anything for the next because I don't know what they're going to tell me.
I know, it's very exciting.
Yeah. Because the pill is 2.5 milligrams, and I'm to take 1.5 pills.
Right.
You got that?
Yeah. I just don't want them to change the colour.
Ah.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh. Let's try and get rid of this. Oh, I tell you.
Here, Greg, you practice tear that one up too.
I can do that when it's not got anything in it.
APS. Oh, it's very, I owe money.
Way.
Enclosed is your recent payment. Our records indicate that this amount was previously paid. Our records indicate that this amount was previously paid. There is no balance owed.
What? Oh, they sent your check back.
Oh my God.
You're overpaying.
$13 all this is about.
Okay.
Due date 1/29, $13. It says pay that amount.
Yeah, but you've already paid it, so they sent it back.
I didn't pay it. The insurance must have paid it.
Yeah. Anyway, you don't owe it, which is even better.
We'll put it in the Judy pile.
Okay, that's fine. Just in case. Oh, I haven't got your phone. I knew I was supposed to be doing something.
Here, that goes in the Judy pile.
Thank you.
Phone.
Oh, yes, here we go.
Here we go.
It's not in the bag.
I had it. Here we go. No.
No, don't want that one.
No, I don't. Was it over here?
I'm gonna look, see. Oh. No, it's not there. Maybe it's on the desk. Oh, look, there it is. Got it.
Got it. Has it got any charge to it?
Yeah, it has, indeed.
Oh, so wonderful.
I know, I'm not sure.
You dropped everything in the pocketbook. This is good.
There we go. Thank you.
And this is from Debbie. Franktown, Colorado.
Ooh.
Huh. That's a fancy envelope.
Is that your sister, Debbie? No?
No, my sister's Franny.
Franny.
I have a cousin. No, she's not a She's not my cousin. What is she? She's a niece.
Niece.
Debbie. I'm having a terrible time with the envelope. That's a pretty envelope, though.
Yes, it is. Do I need to keep this address?
Advice from a polar bear. Live large, be thick-skinned, sniff out opportunities, learn some good icebreakers, be fearless, and keep it cool. Well, that's pretty good.
Thank you very much.
You got that one?
Thank you very
Hi,
much.
Carlene. Since 2015, I've followed all of the wonderful work you did at Crazy Acres and now Goldy's Farm. Your dedication to helping all of your four-legged friends, veterans and seniors is truly amazing. Thanks so much for opening your home and your life to all of us. You're an inspiration to us all. That's wonderful.
Yes, that was very
I'm hardly an inspiration to me. At any rate, about a month ago, I emailed Janine because I wanted to purchase some monkey fist. Couldn't find any information on the website. About a week later, an envelope showed up in the mail containing monkey fist. As my thank you, here's a donation to be used wherever needed. I love watching Mail Call because you remind me of my mom and her sisters. All were no-nonsense women who worked hard and loved to laugh. Keep up the great work, take good care of yourself, and pay no attention to the bullies. Debbie, please tell Janine thank you. Isn't that funny?
No, that's the most efficient Janine's ever been in her life.
Yeah.
Well done, Janine.
I emailed Janine because I wanted to purchase the monkey fist. And then all of a sudden someone ended up, you know what it was?
No.
Well, it was, there was a prize. She was one of the winners.
Oh, was she?
Which means we gotta get that damn thing down.
I know. Shh.
It's not that hard.
No, we do.
I would almost say, forget it, I'll do it, but I won't.
Oh, damn it. There was me getting my hopes up. Right, I'll take the stabby.
It might be easier for me to get it down than to listen to you guys complain about it.
I don't mind doing it. I just nearly hit the television the last time. It was a bit much.
Well, don't buy your own television.
No, I know it exactly. Can you imagine? Imagine how pleased you'd be if I hit your TV.
Oh, if I had no television.
I know.
I don't watch it, but it's company.
It certainly is.
It's Dr. Paul.
It is Dr. Paul. Oh, you switched him off.
I did shut him off. Oh, God.
It's...
Itch is terrible.
Itch.
Itch is a bitch.
It is. Did you go out today? No, you're in your PJs. Have you been out?
No.
Oh.
They said it was cold out there.
It was very cold.
I'm not going out there. It's cold.
No, it was exceptionally cold today. I'm still freezing cold.
It was 50 degrees yesterday.
Yes, well, it wasn't today. Yeah, I went out today to go and get the donkey in that I couldn't get yesterday.
You did get him in?
I certainly did. We had a staring match.
Oh,
I went, come on, Charlie, it's
He's been
time.
murdered?
He has been.
Okay.
Yeah, not particularly straightforward, but hey, yeah. So,
Donkeys boy donkeys can be bad. You know,
Dr. Parrott says no more geldings because he took, I think, around about 3 times. He took tranquilizers that would have fallen 3 horses.
Yep.
Big horses, like draft horses. And he, throughout the whole operation, he vibrated and twitched. He was all over the place. And I think it was really difficult. Wallace had to hold his head down so he didn't hurt himself. And it was just, yeah. And he put 2 sutures in. And when he eventually started coming back round, and he was really wacky, when they eventually got him on his feet, he was just, the blood was just going vroom, vroom, vroom. So we had to keep him under observation for 2 hours, and then Dr. Parrott came back and he double checked him, and then I counted the drips for another 2 hours, and I have now left him because he got down to 1 drip every 10 seconds. So.
Wow.
You better get on with that healing process, the little stinker.
He may not be alive in the morning.
Well, don't say that, because Arthur's in the stall on the other side to keep him company, and
Okay.
Arthur is a very sensitive donkey. So you better be fine.
It's funny because my most reliable donkey was my stud donkey.
Yes.
He was my lead in my, and he was so good with children and all. He was just absolutely wonderful. And I had another donkey, stud donkey, that somebody gave me at some point. Damn near killed me.
Yeah.
Because they bite and they hang on. They don't let go.
Yeah.
That's why that picture of the donkey carrying a wolf around by the ear is very typical.
True. Yeah.
They just don't let go.
No. And
anyway.
And he was actually a really nice little donkey, but we've got no need for stud donkeys. No need for stud donkeys. And anyway, and the funny thing is,
They're someplace else.
there, yeah.
Then we have baby donkeys. We don't have baby donkeys. We have no stud donkeys.
No, but we don't want stud donkeys.
Right.
I was taking them. I got them all haltered up, and I used one of your emergency lead ropes, and I got them all haltered up, and we left the paddock, and it doesn't normally take very long to get from across the road into the main barn. He shouted the whole way over. It was like I was killing him. And he was going, wah! All the way down, and the heads up. You know that way they put their head up, they go, wah! And I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I'm like, oh.
He didn't want to go.
No, he did not. So I put him in, and he was not best pleased with me. So,
Brian is good, though. You know what?
yes.
Brian's a bright guy.
Yes. So he got him done. It just wasn't the quick process we were hoping for.
Yeah.
So it's
When I think he could have been my son.
I know.
It would have been very nice.
Missed opportunity there.
You know.
So he's in
Bright guy. I've always liked him.
So he's in the recovery stall, and Arthur is looking at him going, I've been there, seen it, done it.
God.
And in fact, we realised that he was so whacked out that we needed a companion, and before he totally and utterly came round, so they sent me over to go and get another donkey. So I had to bring Princess. She was out in the field with the other donkey, Arthur. So they both came over, and I had to bring Arthur up into the stall where he'd been operated on the last time. Arthur's like, you are not getting me down that end of the barn. He was like, fool me once, never again. I was like, oh dear. So he's in there. He's such a lovely donkey. And I was speaking to Corey, and even Wallace was there, and he said he's a really nice donkey. He said he's just so Arthur, because he's so affectionate.
Yeah.
He's just a big baby.
They are dogs.
Yeah.
They are just like dogs.
Yeah, he is such a nice boy. And I just want everyone to know that with the wind chill, it was apparently 11 degrees. And it really felt bad. And it's the first time I had gloves on today. And it's the first time I've ever had to go and grab one of Janine's hats. I never wear a hat because I normally just put my hood up, but it was so windy I couldn't keep it up. So I had to go and find one of Janine's hats, which came to the top of my ears. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. So
I don't like that stuff.
No.
No, I don't like that stuff.
No, it was awful.
I think that's why I went from donkeys to dogs, because donkeys are outside animals and dogs are inside.
Yes.
I'm definitely an inside person.
Oh, it was very cold today.
No.
Anyway, such is life. And you're away to get your blood done tomorrow. Have you got a job as well?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, because Judy's here, isn't she?
Judy's here.
I tell you,
It's on the board.
yeah, I was listening to all the trees coming down last night. Did you hear them?
No.
Just cracking and falling. It was really, really windy overnight, obviously. And I thought to myself, so I think about 1 a.m, I sent everybody in the family a text. We need to check the dog runs are secure before we put the dogs out. I was so sure it must have taken something down. And yet again, they've fallen in the runs, not on the runs. That's amazing.
Wow, yep.
I'm really lucky.
That's true.
So that was good.
True.
Yes. Although I did notice where I'd parked the poor Volvo, there was all these broken branches all around about it. I was like, oh god.
Oh dear.
No, because I'd moved it into where I thought was a better spot.
Oh really?
Yeah, because all the trees keep coming down that side. So I put it over where the trailer is.
Oh, okay.
Because there's only one tree that I thought might drop something, but it seems to have got the car. But there's no damage.
I don't even want to think about it.
No, no.
If any tree falls, it's going to stay there until July, and then I'll move it. I'm sorry. I've had it, and I've had cold weather. I have delivered magazines in cold weather. Oh,
yeah. Oh. It was very chilly today. Not really what we're looking for, I don't think.
What I think, I delivered magazines and earned 4 cents a copy for it.
Hope you delivered a lot of magazines then.
I did deliver a lot of magazines, but when you figure when the handle on a door costs $2, that's how many magazines I had to deliver to get that doorknob.
Yeah.
So I've delivered a lot of magazines.
Oh.
They used to. My first delivery of magazines was in the back of Volkswagen, 1 carton, and by the time I quit, I was getting a tractor trailer in here.
Oh!
That's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And they all thought I was a genius at improving sales and all that sort of thing. What they didn't realize was that people finally discovered the North Shore.
Right.
And they began to put in these great big apartment buildings and things. So the population just went boom. It had nothing to do with my ability.
No point sharing that, though.
I know. They're also the ones that didn't know I had a college degree for 19 years.
Yeah, well,
so it didn't matter.
More fool them.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I mean, I was doing a good job, and that's all they cared about. That's all I cared about. Get paid, you know.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's a bit of weird existence, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We lived by magazines. We lived with coins. You know. My pay was usually mostly in coins.
Excellent.
But a lot of them, you know,
yeah.
etc.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
See, these jobs have all become extinct now.
I know.
Yeah.
The whole magazine is extinct.
Yeah.
The day that eBay opened.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. It literally
just shut it down completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose so. Oh dear. So, Wanda is still in South Carolina. Janina's actually coming up on Tuesday. I got the wrong week. It's this Tuesday.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, I thought it was the following Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Are we ready for Janine to come back?
I don't know whether I'm looking forward to this or not.
Yeah. So she's so I think she's coming back on Tuesday. Well, I don't know why I say that, because, you know, sometimes things change. Quite often things change.
Yes.
We're thinking about Tuesday at the moment, so we'll go with that just now.
She has rather unique management skills, but she does okay.
Yeah.
You know?
It's adaptability.
It's what?
Adaptability.
Adaptability, that's a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just
We'll just behave.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the shit'll hit the fan. Well, I redid the finances.
Oh, did you?
I did. There were 6 things that got duplicated.
Why was that?
I know why. Because I was working with one bank statement, and I was working from a list from the computer.
Right.
And the list from the computer
Didn't
doubled.
Right.
So that my expenses for February were not as high.
Okay.
I suppose I should let everybody know, because...
Well, between that and not bringing the MEMSIC check in... Oh, are you throwing it on the ground now?
I threw something on the ground.
Okay, I think it's your wee thing from your phone, though. Is this
I
your...
can't work the phone I can't use.
Yeah, is this your amended one?
This is the amended one, yes.
Okay.
Yes, the January expenses were $10,000, but the February expenses were $8,500.
No.
And the hay, well, this is because we had so much hay in January.
Yeah, because remember we tried to put it down.
We loaded it in. It was $7,000 for the hay.
Yeah.
And in February, it was $4,300.
Yeah. Because we front
It's a significant number still.
Yes, I know.
But manageable. And what else would you like to know about? Payroll 1,300, and in January it was 2,000. See payroll? 2,000, and in payroll here it was.
Oh, that's because Judy was away. No, why was it 2,000 in January then?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why it was. It's because Andy worked in January.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be it. That's the kind of detail I don't have on here.
Yeah.
I just have the money spent. Although there's an Andy and there's a Wallace, but not as much as up here. And there's Home Depot.
Yeah.
$1,000 in lumber.
Yeah, that's for the repairs down there.
Really 900 this month. Any rate, that's where it goes.
Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I mean, that's our blood.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no way. I don't think there's any way you could run this place.
No. Because there's always something going on.
There's always something.
Yeah. So the donkey that got gelded, he is definitely gelded. That much we can say. He had a bit of a rocky start to his recovery, but he looks like he's okay now. Although I don't think he's
a little bit worried about. You got to stand there and count the drips.
Yeah.
I've never had to do that.
Well,
I can put 3 stitches in.
Because he was standing and the blood was obviously gathering and then it gushes out. But I was making a move and to see just in case we had a problem. So he seems to be fine.
Better you than me.
Yeah.
My hat is off to you.
I'll tell you something. The donkey was not best pleased, but hey, Charlie will be fine. Sort him. Oh, and the hay came today.
Hay came today?
Yes, it did.
Oh, good.
Dodge Grain delivered it down there. And
was that the big truck, or did the food come too?
No, I think that was a service dog truck. Ours was the big yellow truck.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I presume that was a what do you call it?
No, there was a tractor trailer in here today.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, it was a tractor trailer. I have no idea what that was.
It probably was more dog food.
Oh. Well.
For their 2 puppies.
Well, it's a big job. Big job.
Oh, God.
So the reason there's no horned goats today was because the wind chill was phenomenal, and they would just have been miserable and trying to find. They would have been under the deagle house basically all day. So there's no point bringing them out. The goats with the horns.
With the horns.
Yeah. They're not quite as robust as the white goats.
I like the white goats.
The white goats are really nice.
You need a girl white goat.
We had one.
You did?
We did. Princess.
How about the princess?
You
gave away to somebody?
No, she ended up at Broughton House, and then she went to someone, and then she passed away, unfortunately, which was very sad. Anyway, Janine says no more goats. So let's go find goats before she comes back on Tuesday. I'm sure we could manage that. And then we can just say, what, this old goat? We've had it forever.
But she would know one from the other.
No. As long as we get a white one, we're fine.
Right. I mentioned the white goats. I don't know whether all these people have gone online and watched the goat carousel. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God. Millions of goats in this one farm, and they have a huge milking carousel where the goats one at a time filter in and get on this thing, and they stand there and eat grain while somebody goes all the way around and they get milked at the same time. It's unbelievable, and they have carousels for cows too.
Yes.
But it's fascinating to watch.
I didn't know they had it for goats.
Yes. Goat carousel. It's out there, guys. Go find it.
Yeah. And don't be building one.
I've already
for our one goat.
I already built a milking machine for the goats that she brought home, and they weren't milking goats.
No, they were.
I started with the food compactor, and I had a 60cc syringe. I had a milking machine made.
Well, they weren't milking goats.
They were not milking goats. It's the kind of error we just deal with around here.
I think that's the funniest thing ever.
No, there's more funny things.
Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie me.
I tell you, when Janine was a kid, well, I don't have a thing to. She was eating a cracker. Cracker and cheese. And Gwen said, no, she was eating, this was the cheese. She was eating it this way, okay? And Gwen, who's always on top of things, said, Janine, you got that upside down. And she said, oh, okay. That was Janine. She kept right on going.
It's because she thinks outside the box. And that's a skill that more of us need to have. I did take care of the light problem, and then we switched the light back on. Remember the light that was shining into Debbie? So I did. I switched it off, and I went back another day, and it was back on again. I said, did somebody turn this light on? And they're like, well, we can't see the dogs outside in the dark. I'm like, yeah, but you need to switch it off. And they're like, yeah, but we couldn't remember which. I'm like, just switch every switch off.
Unscrew the bulb.
Oh God! I did that in the other light, in the one in the Deagle. I just unscrewed the bulb.
Okay.
So I'm like, yes.
These people have been very nice.
I know.
They bailed me out.
Yeah, I certainly have no intention of upsetting them with
lights
that I can't switch on and off.
Yeah.
And you know, it's the funniest thing. I thought they were all on like time, like motion sensors.
I thought so too. They're not.
No.
Yeah, I lived there 50 years, but I'm not sure about it.
But the funny thing was,
one of the switches in the living room.
It is. But then they started going on for a day. They went on to when you went outside, they switched themselves off, and then they switched themselves on and then turn off. Yeah. And then the next day, I was up at 2 in the morning. I was like, that bloody light's still on. So I was like, I had to go and switch it. I don't know what happened.
It doesn't work right.
No, it doesn't work right. That's fine. I thought it was me. So
no, it's the lights in that place.
Yeah, they're all a bit.
Because one of the lights that works is in the living room, but there are 2 more attached to it. One's in the bathroom upstairs, and the other in the cellar or something.
Well, you know what? That's probably what's happened
ridiculous.
Because one of my children will have been in the bathroom upstairs and just done all the lights.
Yeah, I don't know which one works.
I know. That's probably who's switching it on and off then.
The fellow who wired our house drank. He was an alcoholic, and it shows.
Because the house is tipsy.
I don't know how I never really got, I shouldn't say this out loud, I never got an occupancy permit for that place.
Oh.
So, whatever.
Well, it's all up to fire code and everything. I've actually had an electrician in and checked it.
Have you?
Mhm. Remember, you had to come and put in the big one for the stove. You know, I had to put a stove in, a cooking stove. You know, one of those things that you cook on.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to put in a 240 volt. 240. And I said to him, and he actually, he's a friend who is rescue. He helps the rescue out because he's got donkeys and mule lovers, and they're a lovely family. And he came round and he said, I'll come and do it. So he put the switch in, and I said, will you just look over? He said, you have got this at commercial level. I'm like, is it really? And he went, and he actually says it's very organised at the boxes where it comes in.
Yeah.
Don't know what he did up in the house, but it's all safe, and he said it's actually really super. And he does big buildings in Boston, so he said it was great.
I'm delighted.
Yeah.
Because when I first moved in, I blew up a washing machine, a dishwasher, and the grinder, the food grinder. Yeah. Before I realized there's something wrong with this place. Well, because I was writing a nasty letter to whatever whoever sold me the washing machine, the dishwasher.
And then you realised you've blown everything else up. So he checked it all because he had to take a 240 off, and so he
240 in there. There was a stove in there.
So that's what he was reconnecting. But he took it, and it's at the back of the fireplace at the moment. And he said, but he coiled extra wire so that when we want to move it somewhere else, we can. So he checked it all out, and he said it's actually very safe and secure. Let's not talk about the light switches though, because they're a bit bizarre.
Oh.
I tell you. I don't know. Oh. I don't know. I think it keeps on going out. I have no idea why that is. Although I will tell you.
Excuse me, the yawn.
I know. You'll set us all off. Don't start.
I was going to order food from, but I didn't.
That was very restrained of you.
I know. I don't know if they got any food now.
No, our hay is looking good at the moment. It is not going missing.
The what?
My hay. I'm counting bales.
Counting bales?
Yeah. It's doing well. So.
She spent the afternoon counting bales and counting blood drips out of the back of the donkey.
I've got a very important job, okay? I tell you.
Very versatile.
Oh, and you know the worst thing is, so when the vet got here this morning, I'd actually vacuumed all the windows, you know, because all the dust's been so high in there.
It's been terrible.
So I shop vacuumed them all and cleaned it and got everything out from the last operation. So I had it immaculate, and then you know there's a window where the catch doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's okay, I've got it sorted. So he nailed it up, and I was like, excellent. Until we realised that one of the panes of glass was missing.
Okay.
At which point, it doesn't make a difference whether or not because it was just streaming in this, you know, this square pane. So then we had to go and find things in the barn to patch it all up with. It was honestly, it was like being in a wind tunnel. So it's not the warmest part. Yes. So there we go. He will be just fine, and the goats will probably be out tomorrow. In fact, I don't know. It's supposed to rain for about 6 days.
What's it?
Rain.
Well, that's good. I like rain.
Good.
Rain is not ice.
No, it's not ice. It's mud.
Well, don't complain about the rain.
It's mud.
That's the old bit about the no food, shoes, and no feet.
I know. Do you know? I was saying.
What is that expression? Somebody.
I don't know. Somebody needs to find it because I don't know what it is.
I complained about something or other until I met a man who had no feet.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh, it is a big one.
Yeah, it does sound a bit like about the UK with rain.
That's right.
I obviously brought it with me. I was wanting to get the paddocks picked, and I was going to use the gator that's down there and put the trailer on the back because I think the cars will just, you know, really make tracks in the paddocks. Yeah. They are just like mush. So might have to put that off until we dry out a little bit. No.
You need to have a nice drag.
Yeah.
Why don't I just go get one?
I actually found you a nice gate panel. It's chain link gate panel.
You can, but you know what the problem?
It's not weighted.
If you hook it, you really need a bar across the front.
Yeah.
Which, God knows I could do. How?
Oh.
Have you got one?
I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet, and it was Helen Keller.
There you go. See, I knew somebody would know that.
Thank you. Yes.
It's unbelievable what these people know.
I know. Yeah. Do you think a drag would work when it's so bumpy?
It won't be bumpy.
Will there be any grass left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we might have to give that a shot.
It's worth a shot.
So I've you know my argumentative mares.
Yeah.
So I had to close down my paddock across the road because Arthur's in the barn with Charlie, so that left Princess across the road by herself, and she does not do by herself. And so I had to bring her over, and I'm thinking, where am I going to put her now? So she is now in the right-hand sheep paddock with Enzo, and everyone else is over the other side. So she and the mare on the other side are getting on just fine, and they're grooming each other, and it's lovely. See, if you put the two stinkers in the one paddock, they kick each other like nobody's business. Over the fence, not a problem.
Funny.
They're just finickety. So that'll be us. We need to go back and check on Mr. Charlie, because I don't really want anything to go wrong with him, because he's a nice wee donkey. He's a wee mini.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no.
No.
He was a bit feisty, so let's hope that he's going to be a-okay, and we'll take that from tomorrow. And then that's us, I think.
I complained about, what was that when I complained about my...
I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet.
There you go.
Yeah. That's one we'll use. Oh, see you all tomorrow.
Is that it?
It is. I think so.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Okay.
Night, night.
Night.